Hey guys, it's Rody T, and I'm back with another Binding of Isaac video. And today, let's do another random character, because why not? I still got a lot of completion marks to complete, and looks like we're doing Eden today. Looks like we got Contract from Below, and Fortune Cookie, and Faded Polaroid, which I think this is a acceptable start. It's nothing too amazing, but at least my stats aren't bad. So, looks like we got our item room over here. If there's anything I want on this run, right off the bat, honestly, some shot speed would be nice, because my shot speed is pretty low right now. And then obviously, like, some good damaging effects, so let's see what we get here. Sulfuric acid, definitely acceptable. It means I'll be able to check for secret rooms pretty easily. So, I guess I can do that on this wall here. I just need to actually shoot out a sulfuric tear shot. Okay, looks like that was not the secret room, so maybe it's here. It's not there. Alright, so I'm just gonna fight the boss. I'm going to use that Yarrow rune, probably on that soul heart. I don't really feel like saving it for the whole run, so I figure why not just get some value out of it early on here, because I'll probably get a lot more good consumables to use anyway. Wire coat hanger is really good, and we'll use our Yarrow rune on here, and also go back for the soul heart over here. So I think this might be a good opportunity to actually do a mother run, so hopefully I can make it work. It can be pretty difficult trying to do mother without having the lost with his holy mantle, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, we've got our item room here, which is honestly the best part of taking the alt path, because you get a choice of 2 items. Like, obviously, I don't really want Levin Mishap, but we can see if the other item is decent, and looks like Ghost Baby is at least going to add something to this run. It's better than Levin Mishap for sure. And our shop is right here, and I have a decent amount of money, so we'll check it out. Hopefully we can get something good. And looks like we, well, can't really get a lot here. I'm going to buy the soul heart just for some safety. Let's see what we got in the boss though. Looks like we're fighting Lil Blub, who is not the hardest boss, which I'm grateful for, because there are a lot of hard alt path bosses. And honestly, I think I'm going to use the Empress card here though, just to get some use out of it, just like I used the Yarrow rune on the last floor. May as well just get some use out of the many consumables we are going to be getting on this run. So, I will be getting a deal with the devil, but I don't know if I want to go for deals with the devil. We'll see. We get another soul heart from that tinted rock, which is nice. Mom's lipstick is a pretty solid item. Well, it's good for just for having some range. I guess we'll check out the deal with the devil. Well, I can take Dark Prince's crown and it would activate, but I think Gimpy is the better choice. So I did change my mind about going for deals with the angel, but it's alright. Main reason for that is because I don't know if I have a ton of good deal with the angel items unlocked just yet. So right now I think deals with the devil are just going to be more consistent. Looks like we got our item room here. And let's see what we get. Yo Listen is a nice item to have, but I think I want to get something better. And the Mulligan is a much better item. That gives me a lot of DPS, so I'm glad that I actually ended up getting it. So it looks like our shop is right next to the boss, and I also opened up a crawl space with sulfuric tears by accident, so that was pretty lucky. And looks like we get the intruder out of it, so that was pretty lucky, honestly. I just need to get out of this room without taking damage. I don't want to take damage. There we go. Okay. So before I fight the boss, I just walked right into that spike. That was very smart. Well, this might seem like a bad idea, but I'm gonna go for the bomb to get more options, just to ensure this run can get a little better. Because, well, I don't know if you know, but this alt path is a lot harder than the normal path, and I would like to take any advantage I can get. So, this boss, who I forget the name of, it might be Min, I don't remember, but they're not that bad, as long as you can keep dodging the fly shots, which I did just an okay job of doing. Okay, so we got another deal with the devil, and blue cap is nice. And we'll take dark matter here just for the extra damage, as it'll be very nice to have on future floors. And I didn't even know you could do that. I just did that by accident. You can open up the oh no, I did not mean to turn into the Lost here. Okay, it actually worked out. But you can open up the door to the mines using sulfuric tears, which is something I never do. Alright, we got our knife piece, so now we can head on to the mines. Alright, looks like right off the bat, we got a XL mines floor, which does mean a couple things. One being that I can get the knife piece on the floor, the second knife piece, as long as I don't die. And I will have 2 item rooms on this floor to explore, and with more options, hopefully I can get a good run built from this floor alone. And we get a world card here, so that'll be very nice to have. Alright, we got our first item room coming up here. Let's see what we get. I got plenty of keys and a golden key, so I don't really have to worry. I think I'll take the random item, and we get Lucky Foot, which is pretty nice. It does mean there will not be any more bad pills on the run, so I'm pretty thankful for that, actually. So I'm going to check out the secret room here, and blow up the statue for the better deal with the devil chance. And we'll just keep moving on to probably just the next item room. Alright, here is our next item room. Hopefully I get something good. Friend Zone. You could argue I could go for the Beelzebub transformation, but I think the random item might be better here. And Infamy is actually a pretty solid item. Hopefully it helps me take less damage on the run. I would just be pretty happy if it did that. Here's our shop as well, so let's see what we got going on in here. I would take starter deck, however, we got Luckfoot, so actually I'm going to try to reroll the shop to see if we can get something better. The compass is actually pretty nice to have. It's just a matter of me getting enough money to do so. So I just opened up the second secret room by accident, which means I can get a lot of uses out of my fortune cookie here, which gives me just a tower card, which is just alright. Alright, so now let's go fight our 2 bosses. Let's see who's first on the list. Looks like it is this wall creep boss, I think his name is, I don't exactly remember, but it's like the turret spider on the wall boss, who's not too bad. He has 3 forms he goes through. Each one's a little more difficult than the last, so hopefully I can avoid taking some damage here. My damage is pretty solid, I think, so hopefully I will be able to get through this boss just fine. Infamy just saved me from taking damage there. Thankfully. I don't like when he spawns these spiders. This brimstone attack is actually pretty easy, because you can just sort of stand in the middle, he can't hit you. And there we go. And we get Pentagram, which is very nice to have. I will take as much DPS as I can. I didn't remember if Hagalaz did anything to the Great Gideon, but I figured why not try to go for the Hagalaz kill on Great Gideon. That would have been a little OP if that actually did work. That's alright. Alright, we're on our last wave of Great Gideon, who honestly, I don't really like this boss, as it's sort of just like one big challenge room, and it's just kind of annoying. Well, there we go. We got Blood Clot, which I guess gave us Hemolacria. I'm not sure why that happened. But now I'm going to open up the Mausoleum, and before I go to the next floor, I do have to get the second key piece, so let's go do that. Alright, here's our second knife piece. So, now we just gotta survive Mom's little rampage here. Hopefully it won't be too difficult. Usually I'm pretty good at avoiding taking damage here. So we'll see if I can do that here. So that didn't really go as planned. I did take damage a couple times. But it's alright. I should hopefully be able to survive still on this run. I'm going to try my best to, at least. And you know what? I think I'm going to try to go for some more money here. From, like, blowing up these things to buy whatever was left in the shop. Alright, let's pick up the compass here and get a move on to the Mausoleum. Okay, well, we're on the Mausoleum now. First things first, let's head for the item room to hopefully get stronger. With there's options, I do have faith I can get something good. So hopefully I will be able to. Some of these enemies on Mausoleum are pretty difficult to deal with, so I'm hoping it won't be too hard, because my run's looking pretty solid right now. Although, I don't think this run's good enough to deal with Mother just yet. I'm going to need something good from this item room. And Sci-Fly is an amazing item here, so I'm very glad that that showed up. Well, next up on the agenda is I should probably check out the shop, even though I have no money. It would kind of be nice to know just what we have in the shop. Hopefully it's not greed, and it's greed. Of course it would be greed. Alright, let's take on our boss. I think we'll be able to handle it. Looks like we have the Siren here, which, honestly, I don't know if she can steal my Sci-Fly or not, but if she can, that might make this boss significantly harder. So let's see. Looks like she's stealing Sci-Fly? Okay. Oh, you can kill the familiars to get them back. I didn't know that, actually. I just got damaged by my knife, which is kind of annoying. It's alright, though. We almost have the Siren dealt with, and there we go. We get Latchkey, which will give us some luck up, and some HP, and some keys, and we get Brimstone. So, that was pretty lucky, honestly. Let's take our pills here, see what we get. Actually, you know what? Let me take Brimstone, just in case we have telepills here. We get a health up. So I guess I should just pick up some HP, and we'll move on to the next floor. Despite my HP being terrible, I think this run does have a chance of being great. Alright, I think before the item room, I would like to check out the shop. Unfortunately, it looks like it was super greed, so it looks like I won't really be able to use my money here. So, let's go check out the item room now. Alright, hopefully we get one more good item on this run. I'm going to take the mystery item again, and we get Ankh, which does give me some sort of security, sort of, because I'll be able to turn into the blue baby on the Mother fight, if I do die, which will sort of be like my final stand. But I do also have the Alges rune to help me out here. Alright, let's take on Mom here, who, as you know, as you probably know, this fight is harder than your typical run-of-the-mill Mom fight, as she has a lot more difficult attacks. As you can see, she's shooting lasers. But we got through her just fine, and looks like we got 2 soul hearts out of that somehow, so we will take that. Going to take the Polaroid, and we'll check out the deal with the devil. And I think I'm going to use Sacrificial Altar here. just to, because we don't really need. Actually, you know what? It might get rid of Sci-Fly, so I changed my mind on that. Let's check out what's in Boss Rush. Nothing too great, so we'll just fight Mom's Heart now. So I took damage right off the bat there, which is not really the best play on my part. But thanks to Sci-Fly, this fight should be significantly easier than it normally is. Because while this normally is like a bullet hell boss, Sci-Fly kind of alleviates that pain, as you can see. And that made this fight about 20 times easier. Alright, so now let's move on to Corpse. So here's our boss for Corpse. Well, it's not, this isn't the boss, but next room is the boss. I'm hoping I can squeeze out one more Deal with the Devil before Mother, as I would like to be at permanent Polaroid invincibility, just so I have some extra survivability for the Mother fight, because if we're being real, I'll most likely be needing it. I don't even know the name of this boss, but what I do know is that they can be pretty challenging. Hopefully this is not one of those runs that's super challenging though, or this fight. Looks like with Sci-Fly and Brimstone, this fight was pretty easy. I only took a little bit of damage. And we get Placenta with no Deal with the Devil, so I am going to take it, even though it does make it a little bit harder to get permanent Polaroid invincibility. Alright, it's time to fight Mother. Our HP is not looking great or amazing, but luckily I do have Alges as sort of a backup here. So without further ado, I guess let's just hop right into it. I'm really hoping Sci-Fly makes this fight easier than it normally is, because this fight is definitely one of the most challenging bosses in the game. I don't know if it is the hardest boss per se, but it's definitely up there. I think this boss, Delirium, obviously, and Hush are probably the most difficult bosses. I don't think that like Mega Satan's that bad, or what's it called? I can't think of the other bosses right now. The Beast, I don't think the Beast is that bad as long as you have a solid enough run. You don't need an amazing run for the Beast. So far we're doing pretty well. I say as I just take damage. But we were doing well until that point. And now we're on the second phase of Mother. So Mother, this part of Mother honestly is not that hard. As long as she doesn't use some of her, well, I guess hard to deal with attacks. Like this is one of the more difficult attacks to dodge, but Sci-Fly makes it a lot easier. As you can see, it's pretty easy to actually dodge all these tiers when you have Sci-Fly. Alright, we've gotten Mother pretty low here. I haven't taken too much damage yet, and I still have my Alges rune to fall back on. So, I think my odds of winning this are very high. And I'm just going to use the Alges rune here, because why not? I probably won't get another chance to use it anyway. And there we go, Mother has been taken out. So, this run was pretty good. I'm glad I got Brimstone and Sci-Fly, who were definitely the MVPs of this run. Let's see what we unlock. I think that was TM Trainer. I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the run. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you did. And I'll be seeing you guys on the next run.